Save. Okay. The meditation will begin with me saying save. Oh boy. Um, so what we're going to meditate on today is I love this. I actually got these questions from a healer that I love, who I've mentioned before. Her name's Dr. Kim Duramo. But I'm going to make a meditation out of it for us. And they're called higher consciousness questions. So a lot of times when we're stuck in habitual cycles, stuck in energy, stuck in Groundhog's Day in our life, we're not asking ourselves questions that can help us expand beyond the reality that we know. Because our mind, God bless our brain, wants to keep us safe, so it's going to do everything it can to keep expansion invisible to us, because expansion is a threat to the ego. But expansion to us, to our soul, is the most beautiful thing. It's natural. So there's higher level questions that can serve us in opening our mind to new possibilities beyond what we can see. Now, here's the weird thing about these questions, and this is just something you'll get used to feeling into, as I did when I started doing this work, but you're not looking for an answer. It's almost like you're pondering something or you're in reflection. So when we ask, we're just kind of like opening our mind, we're curious, and we're allowing something new to dawn on us when it does in its own time. So sometimes we get afraid, and I think I've mentioned this in other meditations before, when something doesn't come right away. We're like, I'm broken, I'm not intuitive. But that'd be like us planting a sunflower seed to grow a sunflower and being terrified when we don't see the entire thing right away. We just know that part of the process is, it grows the little baby parts and the little roots down, and then it slowly grows the stalk, and then it comes up, and then you get the flower. So if we can be in a little bit more peace and understanding of, like, I propose questions to open my mind, and I wait, because that's just, it kind of flies in the moment it's ready. In the moment, maybe I have a conversation with somebody and was like, oh, interesting, I never saw it that way. I was kind of pondering that before. So here's some of the questions we're going to ask. What would it take for this to be easy? I love that one. So like if you've been dealing with something difficult and there's like 7,000 things you're doing to try to fix it, got to meditate, got to breathe, got to journal, got to this. It's like, what would it take for my peace to be easy? Again, I don't know. Maybe your answer rolls into the meditation. Maybe your answer rolls in during the week of a solution to like the one thing that brings you peace and you hadn't thought of it before. And it overrides all the rules you've been taught. Or you get connected with the perfect healer for whatever you've got going on. The next question, you can write these down if you like them, but they're good to bring into meditations or in moments you feel stuck. How is this the best thing that could happen to me? So when we're in resistance to something, for me in the past, going through physical illness, it's like we hold that energy still and stuck because we're like in resistance to it. But if we ask this question, it's like, well, it gave you your passion. Oh, and then it relaxes that energy, the stuff that we were in resistance to. What would it take for me to let this go? So we'll pull something up into our awareness. And maybe an answer. So for example, some of these answers could be like, I have to forgive myself, kind of pops in. Right? And a forgiveness meditation, you get this idea. Like it's like a constant stream in the background of solutions that are always available to us. But weirdly, we don't choose them or hear them because we're not primed to them. So these questions open up our mind to bring them in. Then we have one, what's possible here? So when we can't see a solution, well, what is possible? And I think that's it. We'll just stick with those questions. And then there's a couple that might come through me. Oh, there's one, I don't know how we'll word this, but like where is the teacher in this? So a lot of times, and that's kind of in line with how is this the best thing that could have happened to me? We'll look at anxiety at face value or sadness at face value or a physical issue at face value, and we're like, this sucks. But if we say, where is the teacher in this? Maybe it's, oh, my schedule's too full. The teacher is in this anxiety, slow down. Um, Maybe I'm drinking too much caffeine. Maybe, I mean, who knows what level it could be on. But there's a phrase I loved. I don't go to church, but I went to church with a friend once, and there was a sermon, and it was God doesn't let you run with scissors. And I love that because it's like there's this intelligence in us. Well, if we were overworking and we didn't have anxiety because of it, or we were drinking like maybe too much, I have a cup of coffee every day, but if we were drinking like 10 cups of coffee and it was too much for us, thank God we have the mechanism of anxiety or overwhelm or upset stomach, because we'd be running with scissors. We'd be hurting the shit out of ourselves. So thank God there's an intelligence in us that when we're doing something that isn't in alignment with our highest and best, we feel it. And in our modern medical world, we call that broken. We're like, I feel something uncomfortable. Quick, fix it. Right? And that's good in the short term because we need to sometimes help ourselves relax and handle what we need to handle. And then we look deeper as to go, well, what's this trying to teach me? Where's the teacher in this? So we'll add that one in. So go ahead and relax, get into your spot. Let me get you a song. The huge. And if you have a minute after this meditation, again, remember I said some of these answers aren't going to come right away, but some of them do. So if you got a little hit of something, a sensation, a feeling, a knowing, take a minute to journal after this just to like jot down some wisdom that might come through. Okay, so close those eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax. And we're actually going to start with one. You know me, I love me a vagus nerve exercise. We're going to start with one. So as you're relaxing, you can either look at me or follow along with me. You don't have to look at me. But right in the center of your eyebrows, at the bridge of your nose, you're going to put two fingers, so maybe both index fingers. Oh, I just went hiking. My nails are dirty. Don't look. don't look. So fingers right at the bridge of the nose where the eyebrows start, okay? So we're doing this gently, very slowly moving the fingers up, like micro slow. Gliding up. This is a very not beautiful shot. Gliding up. This stimulates the vagus nerve and relaxes tension in the eyes and the forehead. Maybe feel it. We're going so slow, and then we're just going to pause our fingers and stop to stretch the skin. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. So starting at the bridge of the nose, so slowly. You don't want to push hard. We're just manipulating the skin just to let this nerve know it's okay to relax. And an extra bonus for those of us that have squinty grooves there, this actually can help relax the muscles for the grooves in your forehead. So just when you get up about an inch above, just relax, hold the skin. You don't have to push too hard. Let's do it one more time, so nice and slow. Just gentle, very little pressure, slowly moving the fingers up towards the scalp. When you get up an inch, just pause, hold the skin. and relax. So go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't done so yet and get comfortable in your meditation space. And just notice how that made you feel. Just a couple relaxed movements with your fingers stimulating a relaxation in the eyes and the forehead. And you'll notice too, maybe you yawned like we do when we release these nerves. Maybe you yawned, you sighed, you did a deep swallow. That's all your nervous system calming down. Gorgeous. So let's go within, putting a pause on our day, knowing that I will return you at the right time so we don't have to think about any of that. We don't have to think about work, doing. We're just being right now. We're evolving internally so that we can shift externally. Okay. So let's take 3 deep breaths into the belly. As always, expanding the belly like a balloon. Just slowing everything down. And breathing into the belly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale in and out of the belly. One more deep breath. I am behind my eyes. I am in my body. I'm slowing down as life is about frequency. So the frequency of stress and fast and go is only going to bring me more stress and fast and go. An orange is an orange. An apple is an apple. The frequency of stress and go brings more frequency of stress and go. So if I want peace, I must access peace. More being, more attuning to the energy of brings me more of that energy in the world of form. Breathing in and out of the belly, slowing down. It is the safest place to be. I am behind my eyes. I am in my body, and I'm allowing my muscles to relax just a little bit. I'm allowing myself to soften. And just keep breathing. The breath can relax the mind and the body, even if it's just a little bit. Even if you don't feel the results right away. Science tells us neurologically that it moves us immediately into a healing state. Beautiful. Settling a little bit deeper within ourselves. As we begin to access a feeling as if we are in reflection mode, we've momentarily disengaged with the habitual analyzer, the known, the familiar. And instead, we open up to a very scientific, creative mind, a mind that has solution and present moment awareness, that's updated from the computer program of the past. And so we just turn the volume down on the one, and we find our way to the other by perhaps imagining, maybe we see it or we feel it, that we're just at this peaceful pond. And we've got our feet up on a chair. And we're drinking a nice tea, and we hear the birds, and we're under the shade, and the water's warm. And there's nowhere to go or be and nothing to do. We're just reflecting. We're just being, just hanging out. And so you breathe in this space. You allow a feeling of reflection and curiosity and openness to move into your body and your mind. As you just consciously choose to shift into this mode. And there's a feeling of trust, like the sunflower growing in its own time. I'm going to ask some questions, and they're going to dawn on me when they do. My only job is just to stay breathing and soft and reflective, as this is the space for receptivity. Just taking one more deep breath, let the body relax, hanging out at the pond, curious. We begin to ask higher questions. So I want you just to bring into your mind something that hasn't been easy for you. You can't find the solution, feels a little sticky. Just notice it in front of you. And we begin to ask the question about this. What would it take for this thing in my life to be easy? We're resting in this beautiful, fertile void of unknown that contains answers to any question we ask. And remember, we're just kind of there, bobbing in outer space, waiting for something to dawn on us from our mind, from our higher mind. No rush. What would it take for this to be easy? Just hanging out by that pond, breathing and receiving. Maybe the answer comes now, tomorrow, next week. What would it take for this to be easy? Holding that with a softness. We take another deep breath and rest a little bit deeper at the pond. Reflective, open, curious to something higher than maybe we are aware of. This is how we access new information. Maybe that hasn't even occurred to us yet. Curious, we ask the next question without needing to receive an answer. Dawns on us when it does. something in your life that has been challenging, bringing it into your awareness, that you are in resistance to, that you wish that didn't happen. We ask, how is this the best thing that could have happened to me? Now you really got to move beyond your brain for this and just open your awareness to something you might not see. Let love answer you. How is this the best thing that could have happened to me? Just hang out by that pond, deeply listening. Pops in when it pops in. Your job is to just be curious and reflective and drink your iced tea. Breathe. Softening around that, breathing. As we bring to mind something else that's been sticky in our lives, we are having trouble letting go of. Maybe we feel angry about something or resentful, or we've had something challenging happen in our lives that we've been in resistance to, that we didn't want to be here, that we've tried to avoid. So just bringing to mind something that feels sticky. Something you're holding on to because you think it benefits you, a thing, a person, a feeling, emotion, the past, a diagnosis. As this sits in your awareness, we ask the question, what would it take for me to let this go? We don't need to know the answer, just what would it take? What would need to come into my life or shift in my awareness, or what would I need to do? Forgive, add joy, exercise, who knows what's going to come into your mind, but what would it take for me to let this go? Just relax the body, breathe, relax and receive. The answer comes in when it does, maybe not now. And now we bring to mind something that we can't seem to get a solution for. Something we are unsure about, confused about, stuck on. I've tried everything, our mind might say. What is that for you? Or what is one thing like that for you? Bringing this into your awareness, we ask the higher question to access the higher mind. What else is possible here? that my known mind might not know. Let your brain take a back seat. You know, it can feel weird to access new levels of our being that are beyond our brain, but we are more than our brain. Just relax the body into the seat, breathe into the belly, curious and open. I'm just hanging out, drinking my tea at the pond. I wonder what's possible here, or what else is possible here for me. Just listen. Let it dawn on you when it does. As we slowly move our awareness to the body, and we notice that we are behind our eyes and we are in our body, and our body is connected under us, and we're in a deep breath. We're starting to maybe move our body or stretch or wiggle. We just keep our minds open. Opening your eyes to the room when you feel ready. We weren't able to put the last question in, but if you enjoyed these and you want to bring it into your meditation this week, the last question was, what is the teacher here? What is the lesson here? Just so that we can be in non-resistance to it. So I invite you to take a quiet minute and jot down anything that might have come in. Again, you might not have an answer yet. It's totally normal. But we just keep asking, and then our higher mind reveals the answer to us beyond our brain. So have fun with it. Love you all, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Oh, good. Oh, yes, Memorial Day weekend. Thank you. Have fun, everybody. Enjoy. Hearts, love. See you all. Enjoy the weather. Beautiful today. See you.